to a new episode of the Good Night Podcast. My name is Amer Rez. I am joined today by a comedian based in Montreal. I would describe him as funny, and he's had a change of path in life, I find, because you're like a Greek character.
You think so?
And it was just blah, and then you found a way, and you risen like a phoenix. And I told you this. I think I sent you a message. I was very high.
Yeah.
And I sent you a message saying, man, you're like that guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's very interesting. He's a smart fella. He's funny. You guys should check him out. The one and only Mr. Nazeer Khan, everybody. Nazeer Khan. Woo!
Everybody give it up for me.
How are you, Nazeer?
I'm doing good. I like that intro there.
Yeah?
Yeah. So you were saying I was. At what point did you think I rose from the ashes?
I think when you started producing your own shows.
Yeah.
I think I saw you took control over your life.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of doing things on your own terms.
Right.
I always felt you were one of those guys.
Yeah.
And once I saw you taking control of your own life, also I saw you doing a lot of Ottawa.
Yeah.
Ottawa is a great city to do comedy.
Yeah.
I think it helps you with your self-esteem.
Yeah, with your confidence for sure.
And I'm like, okay, no, he's on the right path.
I feel like all of it was almost.
Would you agree with me?
Yeah, to a certain extent, but I also I know exactly what you're talking about. It just, what happened for me was I got to a point where I was like, man, I need more stage time to grow as an artist.
Yeah. And
I still feel like this. That's the thing. It's nice to hear what you said, but for me, just like any person, it's hard to see your own progress.
Yeah.
And this I knew from the moment I started comedy, honestly, or just doing anything in life, is the more time you invest in it, the more you're going to get out of it. The tough thing about comedy is you want to invest as much time. If it's up to you, like for example, the gym.
Yeah.
You can go to the gym whenever you want.
Because there was a time where you were working out like 6-7 times.
Yeah. Well, I was doing. When I started comedy, I was doing jiu-jitsu.
I remember that. Then
Yeah.
you hurt yourself. I
Yeah.
kind of remember.
Oh
your
yeah.
life.
Yeah, I hurt myself.
This is what I remember.
Yeah.
Started jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Stopped doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Started weightlifting.
Yeah. Well, so it's like I started doing a lot of yoga, honestly.
Oh yes. And there was yoga.
Yeah.
We did Vipassana.
Yeah. I was very into Vipassana. We can talk about that if you want. Which is like a meditation retreat. I don't know if people know.
The people who listen to the podcast, bro, I did it once.
Okay, yeah, no, I know. I remember
Yeah.
you did it. I know you've done it. I know Dion Owen's done it. And I know Wasim Al-Munzer's brother did it a couple of times.
Yeah.
And Marianne Mandruziak's done it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's as far as I know.
The enlightened, as I call us.
Yeah, exactly. We made it.
How was your experience doing the Vipassana?
It was the first time I did it. It was it's always a good experience. I've done it many times.
Oh, the 11 days.
Yeah,
You've done it.
I've done it. I lost count of how many times I've done it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I
I've done it. I've done it over 10 times.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I lost.
Do you ever not do it?
Well, so before the pandemic.
That's 100 days.
Yeah, I've done well over 100 days, because I've done the 10-day one at least 10 times.
Holy macaroni.
Probably a couple more than 10 actually, and I've done the 3-day one like 3 or 4 times, something.
So you're
like that.
silent half a year basically.
So but the thing is, like now I don't really have, because of the show that I'm producing and other things in life, I don't have as much time to do it.
Life catches up.
Yeah, but pre-pandemic it was like a big focus of mine was the retreat. I was going to the retreat. I was doing the 10-day retreat 3 times a year.
That's a month out of a year where you're not speaking.
And it was intentional. It was very intentional to do 1 month out of the year, because I got so into it that my intention at the time was to build my practice enough to the point where. So if we want to get into the nitty-gritty of it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the Vipassana retreat that we did is under the tradition of this guy named S.N. Goenka, who is like a Indian meditation teacher. But Vipassana meditation is like a meditation technique. It's like a Buddhist meditation technique. But there's all sorts of different ways and techniques to do it. And the retreat we did is a very specific kind of Vipassana. So it's kind of weird to it's more like Vipassana in the style of SN Goenka, if you want to get nerdy with it. So, and Vipassana is like in the Buddhist tradition, there's all these different Vipassana is a technique, but within the technique of Vipassana there's different techniques. You know what I mean? So
because some people who never meditated, they're like, oh, you just focus on your breath.
Yeah.
No.
It is a little bit like that. It's you focus on your breath for 4 of the first days.
Yeah, and then it becomes the body.
Yeah,
and
the
then
body
you
scan.
Feel everything, your joints and
Yeah.
every muscle, every
Yeah,
twitch.
yeah. You
Then
feel
the fire burning inside.
Yeah,
you.
exactly. So like, and then
get
you
hard.
start making insights through that, I
Yeah.
guess. But so within that school of SN Goenka, there's it's not free, but what it is they're so confident in what they're teaching that what they do is you get invited without having to pay, and then you go back home and you donate anonymously whatever you have, whatever you can, essentially. So it can be like even $10 if that's all,
or zero.
Yeah, or zero. Yeah, exactly. And
pay what you can, enlightenment.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be the name of the podcast.
Yeah, pay what you can.
Pay what you can. PWIYC.
We'll put my transit number at the bottom, and you guys can donate me some money.
Yeah.
I'll take it. So he has like centers all over the world, or not he's dead, but this school has all these centers around the world. The one closest to us is in Montebello, and some of the bigger schools around the world host longer retreats. So some of them do 30 to 45 day retreats. So when we went, the teachers at the front who sit at the front, they all have to do at least one either 30 or 45 day retreat a year in order to stay being a teacher. And the way I got inspired by it was kind of weird. I just did it once, and it was a very enlightening experience, and I got a lot out of it.
How did you get into it? What was like? Because I think I found out about it through you.
Right. So me, I was about 6 months into comedy, I want to say. Definitely my first year, like not even into my first year into comedy. I don't know. I was just like feeling bummed out, honestly, in life. I wasn't doing well. I was like very much depressed, and it was the first time I ever did shrooms. I did around. I forget how much I did, but the thing is, we did it in batches. The first batch, we tried to steep it in tea and drink it, and it didn't do anything. I think we like ruined it. So all we had was like 1.5 to 2 grams between us, or maybe each. I can't remember, but it wasn't a significant amount. We didn't get any of the hallucinations or anything. Me and my friend, and but like the rest of the shrooms that we didn't end up like wasting in the tea, we ended up doing it and walking around the mountain.
Yeah, I think you told me about
and it was like a great. Oh no, it wasn't the mount, or maybe it was. I don't remember if it was the mountain or if it was Mont Saint Bruno.
I think it was nature. When you told me about it.
Yeah, I've always done it in nature. If you're gonna do
Really?
shrooms, I feel like you gotta do it in nature.
Why? Because for me, it's terrifying.
Really?
Oh, when I do shrooms, I do it in complete darkness.
Wow, that's crazy.
My bedroom is it's a dark room.
Yeah, safe
There's no
space.
light. But there's no room. There's no light that come in.
Yeah, that's
I have
crazy.
blackout curtains on 3 of my walls.
Yeah.
Nothing comes in my room.
Yeah.
I just take shrooms, plug my ears, close my mouth. I can't see, I can't hear,
Okay.
I can't feel, and I just go.
I can't feel. Yeah.
I just go into a different. It's as if you close the door on a rocket ship.
That's crazy,
And you sent me to
bro.
Alpha Centaurion.
But so then, how many hours are you in there for?
As long as the
thing lasts?
Yeah. Now I'm older, so I'll wake up to go pee.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at yourself
But you
in the
just
mirror.
go to
you're like,
sleep?
"Oh." Sometimes I fall asleep. I've done one really long trip, like
Yeah.
one big trip, like 4 grams.
Yeah.
That changed my life.
Yeah.
But what I do now is that I microdose.
Yeah.
And that's enough. I just microdose. I'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
And whatever work needs to be done on my brain, it's
Yeah.
as if I took in my car to the mechanic.
Right,
I don't
right,
have to
right.
be there.
Right.
for the mechanic to fix my car.
Yeah.
So I
fair
just
enough.
go to sleep. I'll pop like a half a gram.
Yeah.
I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up. I'm like, ooh, oil change.
Yeah.
Somebody
that's
changed the air
crazy.
filter.
Yeah. You
good.
use it like like creatine or something
Yeah.
for your brain.
I-
You're like, okay.
there's only for me. There's only one fun drug
Yeah.
is booze, alcohol.
Yeah,
Alcohol
yeah.
is the only fun drug because I could get drunk with my girlfriend
Yeah.
and dance and party and make out and be sloppy.
Yeah.
Weed, shrooms, DMT,
Yeah.
they're all for creativity or personal growth.
I agree with that. I don't really. I mean, you know this. I don't really drink. But man, you should do it in nature. It's like a completely different experience. It's like
yeah, but there's monkeys and
there's
giraffes.
no monkeys. Yeah, I guess in your mind there might be, and that could be the cleansing of the mind itself. Is you just being okay with it. But
Maybe I'm too narcissistic and I prefer to go inside.
you will go inside though.
Yeah?
Regardless, yeah. And I feel like what happens is like, dude, yeah, you very much go inside. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just make all sorts of crazy, and like this is how we got to how I got to Vipassana was like, I realized during my trip I was like, you know, like at the time, like you mentioned, I was a very healthy person.
Yeah.
And I try to be still, but not as much as I used to be. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm doing all these things to help myself mitigate my mental illness, essentially.
Which is?
What I was depressed at the time. I
Ah,
feel like
depression,
I feel like I am predisposed to being depressed.
Mhm.
So like, I feel like I have depression very much so, and it was just sort of this thing where I'm like, dude, I'm doing everything right. I eat healthy. I
You're
eat.
working out.
I work out. At the time I was meditating, but not like extensively like that. I do yoga. I do all these like spiritual stuff, and like I'm taking care of myself, and yet I feel like it was kind of like very disappointing. I'm like, what's going on?
How did you feel your depression? Was it sadness or was it a nothingness?
An apathy? No, it was like sadness, I'd say. Yeah, I was kind of like, yeah. Yeah, and so the insight I made while I was on shrooms was like, it's a weird analogy. I had it down better in the past when I used to talk about it, but it felt sort of like I was trying too hard to be present instead of just being present. You know, does that make sense?
Damn, Nazeer.
Yeah.
Dropping gems.
Yeah,
on the good night.
I was trying too hard, and it was almost like the analogy, the imagery I got when I was on shrooms, the image I got that made sense to me at the time was like, I wanted to take a shower, and while I'm in the shower, I'm focusing too hard on getting every drop of water instead of just enjoying the warm water falling on me. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, the point of this is just to like be with it instead of like trying to be with it. You know what I mean? And it was like a lot of striving, and that if you build a meditation practice, that's one of the obstacles you're gonna overcome or encounter, I should say, if you build an extensive practice. But yeah, so that happened, and I was like, okay, that was interesting, and I'm like, man, I wanna. I was already meditating for like 10 minutes a day here and there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to maybe try a silent retreat. I looked it up online, found Vipassana. I was going to a yoga studio at the time in the West Island, and I was very much in touch with the community there. And I spoke to one of the teachers after class, and I was like, hey, does anybody know about this thing called Vipassana? I was thinking about doing it. And then they were like, yeah, Nicole is on a retreat right now. And Nicole is one of the yoga teachers there, which she also happened to be, just like weird coincidence, she happened to be also my gym teacher at Dawson. And this was like years after Dawson. This was like 5 or 6 years later that we sort of reunited at the yoga studio. And so I was like, okay, interesting. I'll talk to her about it when she gets back. So I was at the yoga studio one day, and she was there, and I walked up to her, and she's like, I wanted to ask you something. And she goes, before you say that, I wanted to tell you something. She goes, I went on this crazy meditation retreat. For some reason, I thought of you, and I think you
What?
should go. Yeah, that's a real story. And so like, and I'm not a
Yo, these are some strong shrooms you were
yeah,
taking.
yeah. I was still high for like months later, but yeah. So I was like, okay, that's a sign that I should just go through with it.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, and then I did it. It was, and so the first time I did it, I I treated it like a. I was such a meathead at the time that I treated it like an athletic endeavor.
Yeah.
So I muscled my way through it.
Yeah.
And once I got out of it, I was like, yo, I did it. I did this 10-day retreat.
Yeah.
You feel good. You feel accomplished.
Energetic.
Yeah, I got all
You
like.
eat healthy too.
Yeah. I got all the benefits from it. And I was like, okay, sweet, I did it. And then I think a year and a half later, I wanted to do it. You know, at the end of the retreat, they say they kind of recommend you do it once a year.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll do it once a year. And the next year when I'm trying to do it, my friend was going through some stuff at the time, and I recommended it to him, and he really wanted to come with me, and our schedules weren't aligning, so he kept asking me to postpone it. So instead of being a year and a half later, I ended up going with him. I think, or maybe the third time I went with him, but the second time I went alone. But so.
How is the second time?
Yeah, so that's the why I'm bringing all this up, is like the second time was where I had the most challenging experience, maybe of my life even. Like the first time, like I'm saying, it just felt like something challenging I did. It was like a milestone, something cool I did. The second time, I think because in my head, I had it in my head that I already did this, and I was kind of like chasing a similar experience. The second time, but you know what the difference is that you now have like a little bit of an understanding and a practice of what it is. So you go back home and you kind of like practice a little more.
Yeah, I was about to say, between the first and the second time, were you meditating at
I was
home?
meditating. They tell you to meditate like crazy.
An hour a day.
They say 2 hours a day, which is crazy. It's like it's undoable. It's undoable, but there was a point in my life where I was doing that.
Wow.
But not then. I was still just doing it for like 20, 30 minutes a day, like reasonable. And I had like a practice now. I knew what the technique was. So I felt even more prepared than last time. And maybe that is why this happened. But basically, the second time I went there, I had like a breakthrough or a breakdown. I don't know what you want to call it. But I remember on the 8th day, it's a 10-day retreat, but they don't count the day you get there and the day you leave as a regular day, as all cults do. You know what I mean? And yeah, on the 8th day I was there. I remember meditating in my room by myself and just like going through, you know how it is. You go through all these difficult, it's like all these difficult experiences you went through in life, you start reliving them a little bit.
Yeah.
And I started reliving them again, and it was like disheartening because I was like, in my mind, I was like, I already worked through this. Like, why is this coming back? And then, and it felt even more real than it did the first time, where I was like almost felt like I was re-experiencing past traumas almost. And then I remember like actually crying, like for real crying. And then I guess like the insight I made from there on out is like, these things never really leave you. It's more you change your relationship with them, you know? So like they're always going to be with you. It's just through meditation, you keep in touch with these difficult emotions and experiences, and you learn to not let it not let it affect you as much, but not let it control you as much, you know?
What's your relationship now with
my practice?
No, with the trauma that you
Oh,
live?
it's tough to say because honestly, I'm doing like really, like you mentioned, I'm doing pretty good in life right now, you know? Like things are looking good for me right now. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever talked about this publicly, but starting January, for the first time in my life, I started taking medication, and I don't know if it's the medication that's done this, but since January, it feels like my life has gotten much like better, you know?
I told you, there's been a switch.
Yeah, so it maybe what I was talking about at the time, where I was like, I'm doing everything right, but there's just one thing missing. Maybe it was just that, You know, they say like my therapist was saying, like medication's not gonna, it's not gonna cure you. You know what I mean? It's just like another little thing that helps. There's actually, speaking of meditation, there's like a great meditation book, a very like intro to meditation book. It's called 10% Happier by a former ABC newscaster.
Okay.
This guy named Dan Harris. He's kind of like
I've heard that
sort
name
of
before,
popular
yeah.
in the meditation world. And it's like all his work is very tailored towards being beginner friendly for meditators and trying to get people who are extreme novices or beginners to start a practice and everything. And yeah, the title of his book is 10% Happier, which I like, because to me that makes the most sense. It's not going to change your life, it's going to make it 10% better, you know. And I feel like medication is the same thing. It'll, if you're predisposed to it, you know, and if you need it.
If you're predisposed to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I fully listen. I've said it before. I'm like Tom Cruise regarding mental illness.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't believe in it, but I've seen examples where medication actually helped people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there is a few that actually it helps.
Yeah, I feel like it does help as long as you're taking care of all other aspects of your life, and you're like, when I started taking this medication, you know, I already didn't drink and stuff like that. But I did occasionally smoke weed. I would plan it out and make it like a special treat for myself. I've done shrooms like a dozen times, and even shrooms was a thing I would plan ahead, and I would do it like 2 to 4 times a year or something like that. And ever since I started taking the medication, I took that leap. I was like, while I'm on the medication, I'm going to be like not drink, not smoke weed, not do shrooms, not do acid, any of these things.
Because it's a drug by itself.
Exactly, yeah. I don't want to, it's already changing my neurochemistry, you know what I mean? I don't want to have it mixing. It's just funny because the medication I take, I was talking to somebody else about it, another comedian, and he was like, I want to go on that so I can freaking start smoking weed again. And I'm like, I don't think that's the point of this, you know? Like, this medication wasn't created so you could start smoking again, you know?
Weed is fun. I started how old are you now, Nazeer?
32.
30. I started smoking weed maybe when I was like a year younger than you.
No way.
30 or 31.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
What was that like?
It was great. It changed my life.
That's crazy.
I became an artist.
So you're how old now?
I'm 40. I'm going to be 42 in October.
So you've been smoking for 9 years?
Yeah, give or take.
And how long have you been doing comedy?
9 years.
So you started both at the same time around? Wow, that's crazy.
It began as an open mic,
which
opened so many doors in my mind.
Yeah.
And I was like listening to Joe
You smoked weed at an open mic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like just doing open mics.
Yeah.
Listen to Joe Rogan. The early Joe Rogan were
great.
great.
So you started comedy before you started smoking weed?
I started comedy. I think I did my first open mic before I started smoking weed.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's funny, I never smoke before I go on stage.
Yeah, neither do I.
Because I did it one time and I just felt so...
Same, I think, yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is...
Yeah.
I shouldn't mix these two things together. And podcast, listen to Joe Rogan, talking about... it's funny, I smoked weed and I did mushrooms as a scientist.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to read about it, see the effects of it.
Same. I did the exact same thing.
And I'm like, all right,
but I was
that
way
bad.
younger.
Yeah.
For shrooms... Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
No worries, man.
Okay, yeah, no, I was going to say I did the exact same thing. Like, even that first time I took shrooms I was talking about, like, I did extensive research. I wanted to know exactly what it's going to do to me. I was okay with the fact that if I'm predisposed to having psychosis or schizophrenia, it's going to ignite that, flip that switch, you know? And I was like, same thing with weed, honestly. Like, if you're predisposed to being schizophrenic, it actually speeds up the process, you know? And
what I like about weed, it's the only drug where if I smoke too much of it, I start feeling guilty.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's as if you're high, but you're not enjoying it as much. Because always like, hey, man, there's a quota, and you're busting your quota.
Dude, shrooms is like that, too.
Yeah. Shrooms, at a certain point, you stop feeling...
Well, because you were saying earlier, you would microdose.
Yeah.
But the thing with that... I'm going to be like a geek, an annoying geek, but what I heard and I've experienced too is you got to just take it all at once, because once you take a little bit, your body for an X amount of hours, almost like 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is, builds up a tolerance to that amount. So you got to take even more to almost just get back to where you were, you know?
If you're assuming that I'm microdosing every week or every night, I microdose maybe once a month.
No, but I'm saying let's say you did a gram, right?
Yeah.
And then an hour later you did another gram.
Yeah.
You won't be high again.
What do you mean? Oh, the effect of it is diminished.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay,
exactly.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
In the sense that to get that effect, you'll have to take like 3 grams.
Exactly.
Or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Your body
You build
builds
tolerance. Yeah, exactly. So.
But when I microdose, I still feel something.
For sure.
Like as I'm falling asleep, I feel all
Yeah.
the hairs on my
But so you're saying
arm.
microdose? How much are you taking?
0.3 to 0.5.
Okay.
Once a month.
Okay.
If I'm feeling down,
So you still take it once a month?
once a month I'll pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
ran out.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I find big doses.
Yeah.
It's when I used to take big doses.
Yeah.
I was searching for an answer.
Yeah.
And I think I found it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, now I just when I feel sad,
What did you find?
just be you.
Be you. Yeah,
Just
that's a
be
good
you.
one. Yeah.
Just be you and be hardworking.
Yeah.
Just, you're searching for what you want to do in life,
Yeah.
and then weed and mushrooms, mostly mushrooms. Just go.
Yeah.
Be you. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I had to stop taking it. I used
too,
to
I
take
think.
it like microdose and then go live my life.
Yeah.
And I remember once, oh my god, I was going.
You say it's terrifying to f***ing go in the forest,
Yeah.
but to me that's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
I would never do that.
I remember a Sunday, I took it in the morning. I took like half a gram in the morning.
Yeah.
And then at night, I had McLean's.
Okay.
Remember McLean's?
Yeah.
So I get there, and I remember we're just signing up on the open mic special, and I look at Harrison Weinreb.
Yeah, and you're just
And
like.
for those who don't know, Harrison Weinreb is a beautiful, white, red-headed man
Yeah.
who's tall, extremely talented.
Yeah.
And I was looking at him, and
We all want Harrison, by the way.
Yes. And I was looking at him, and I swear he was like, wow, he was shining.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what a special
Yeah.
human being. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta stop taking mushrooms
Yeah.
and leaving the house. I'm looking at my friends as if they're aliens
Yeah,
from outer
yeah.
space. I'm like, this is not this. That's why I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take it before I sleep. And that's
Yeah.
it.
It's funny. Yeah, that's pretty much what it does. I feel like. But
everybody became magical when I was
Yeah.
a mushroom, which is
Yeah.
not a bad thing because
no, it's not. But then you don't want to have those conversations with somebody who's sober, who doesn't really
Yeah,
understand.
exactly. And I remember he was like 19.
Yeah.
And you have like a 30-something-year-old man just
Yeah.
like, whoa, staring at you.
Yeah.
Like,
You're just like
wow,
petting
man.
his cheek. You're like, you're beautiful. You know that?
From the inside, your light is shining
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah.
You have a great aura.
Yeah. You start smelling him.
So like, I gotta stop doing this. Plus,
Yeah.
my material was becoming a bit woo-woo.
Yeah.
So I don't mind having woo-woo material.
Yeah.
But as long as it's funny. So I was
Yeah,
just
of
becoming
course.
preachy.
Of
And I was like,
course.
all right, this is. I'm a divine clown, nothing more. You know?
yeah,
You just
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go make people laugh.
Yeah. The preaching material is tough.
It gets a bit, so you have to be careful with that. When
Yeah.
you're taking, especially if you talk for a living like we do.
Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy, man. I wouldn't be able to do that, honestly. I would get. Although I
But you're in nature with the bears. It's worse. It's terrifying. I would not be happy.
But what happens is like I mean, obviously, it's like it. When you're there, what happens is you very much, and another Buddhist philosophy is like you really experience this. Is like you realize how you're just like a product of the planet. Like you're like, yes, when you go on, like you go on hikes and stuff.
Yeah.
We spoke about this, I think, like a couple weeks ago on Instagram. Like you go on hikes often, and it's great for your mental health. But when you're on shrooms, like you really, and this is the crazy part, is like this is not a delusion. This is actually what's happening. Every time you're walking, you're so aware of how surrounded by life you are, where you really start to see that every tree is a living being. And you're like, wow. And you kind of want to talk to them and experience, like you want to touch the tree and be like, I cannot believe this thing is like, it has a life of its own and experiences of its own. And then you look down, there's like insects and all these things, and you're like, damn, this is crazy. Like I'm as significant as everything that I'm surrounded by right now. You know what I mean? And it just like, you really start to like feel like,
We all share the same spark.
yeah, and we're all
Tree,
part of the
an
planet.
insect,
Yeah,
we all
exactly.
Have that spark that differentiates us from a cadaver. you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a really nice feeling, man. But
But don't you?
I've bad trip too plenty of
Yeah?
times. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, yeah. Like really crazy. Like the last time I did shrooms was a different kind of most of my bad trips, we can talk about them, are fun, exciting stories.
Yeah.
So it was still fun. It was still like watching a horror movie or going on a very scary roller coaster. Like when you come down, you're like wow, that was exhilarating, because it was like it was like genuinely terrifying, But the last time I did shrooms, it wasn't terrifying. It was just like not. I mean, we can talk about, if you want, we can talk about both of them. Yeah. So
Buddy.
like
My nipples are hard.
So
Share.
like a couple of my bad trips, the fun bad trips, fun to talk about was like one time. So one time I didn't go on a hike. We ended up going, like my buddy lives in Verdun. There's like a forested area near the water in Verdun somewhere.
Yeah.
I wouldn't exactly know where, but it's like a big park, and then there's a forested area near it, and we went at night, and we took. So every time I've done shrooms, I've done between 3 and 5 grams.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh,
Big-
that's a mega dose, buddy.
Yeah, big
Wait,
doses. Actually, the second time I did Vipassana,
Yeah.
the day I came back,
Yeah.
I did 5 grams. Yeah, with my buddy Maz. You know Mazin?
Yeah, of course.
His first time,
Ye-
I'm a bad friend. His first time doing shrooms, I almost forced him to do 5 grams.
Mazen is a straight-laced.
Yeah.
I've always seen him in a dress shirt and
Yeah.
pants. He has
He's
like
like a
bank
jiu-jitsu
job.
fighter, yeah.
He works out all the time.
Yeah.
He's so focused on improving his life,
Yeah.
his health.
Yeah.
And then you come, you're like, hey man, I want to do some drugs.
Yeah, literally. And not only that,
He's
I'm
a
like
good
outing
boy.
myself. I kind of lied to him about how much it was. I was like, bro, it's just 3 grams. And he's like, okay, because he's like, I don't want to do more than 3. And I reassured him many times. And the reason why is because I was scared to do 5. And I was like, you're going to do it with me. And yeah, we both did it together. And yeah,
In the forest in the dark.
not in the forest. We did it in a park in
Okay.
Brossard. And I remember, but what's funny is like because I just got back from retreat,
Yeah.
I didn't even get that high.
Oh wow, you're already
Yeah, it was
semi-high.
Yeah, it's crazy. And one time, I did a quarter tab of acid at retreat.
At the retreat.
Yeah, at the retreat, which is like very illegal. You're not supposed to do that. But some guy I was speaking to before the retreat, we were going to the same yoga center together, and we just bumped into each other there. A guy I didn't know well at all, but like we would see each other and talk to each other sometimes at the studio. And then before the retreat, you have like a grace period of a
Yeah.
couple hours before the silence
Yeah.
starts. So we were really just talking to each other. And then he was like a straight-laced IT guy. And then somehow the because we talked about how I started meditating,
Yeah.
I brought up shrooms, assuming that he was somebody who was not into psychedelics. And he was very much into it. He was actually microdosing every day to try to cure his depression type of thing. And so, whatever, we spoke about that. Yeah, exactly. On day 6 or 7 or 8, something like that, I got lucky. I had a room on my own. Usually you're either with
Yeah.
a roommate or roommates.
Yeah.
But I had a room of my own. I think what happened was my roommate dropped out after like the second day or something, which I was like, okay, like I have this whole room to myself now. And so I'm meditating in my room, and it's like you haven't spoken to anyone. If you got to speak to the teacher about your thing,
Yeah.
you could, but other than that, you keep to yourself.
You're not allowed to speak. to
Yeah,
anyone,
and you kind of don't even make eye contact
No?
with other people.
I like to observe. I
Yeah,
realize that.
same. But you're still in your own bubble, And I just hear a knock on the door, and I'm thinking it's maybe one of the staff
Yeah.
that's like, hey, you can't, like, I don't know, maybe I made a mistake somewhere along the way or something. So I'm like, that's weird. I open the door, and it's just this guy that I'm talking about, and he's like, hey, and you're not supposed to talk. So I'm like, I look around, and I'm like, hey, but I'm kind of like, with my body language, I'm kind of like, we're not supposed to be doing this. And it's like almost nighttime too. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to bother. He's like, I don't want to bother you, but I remember we were talking about how you said you did like acid or whatever, and he was getting like pharmaceutical grade acid from BC from like a chem lab. That's where I got my acid too, actually. It's like sort of legal, but you have to jump through these hoops. Yeah, it's probably not legal, but they shipped me acid in the
I don't know
mail.
how much of this we can keep in the
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe cut that out. But yeah,
I'll let you know, Gabe. I'll let you know.
yeah, but I gotta anyways. So he's like I put a quarter tab of acid in this little bit of water.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can use it if you want to, you don't have to. I was like, thanks. And I was like, I'm not gonna use this. But on day 9, the day before we're supposed to start speaking, I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and I did it. And yeah, it was like I did get high, but it was so similar to what you would normally experience on day 9 anyways.
Day 9 was
intense.
You know what I felt? When I was like, I think I was starting to understand meditation.
Yeah.
I felt an intense fire, like a raging forest fire inside of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy moly. You try to understand, like you put a metaphor to it, like, oh, I have a lot of energy and I have a burning fire inside of me. But I don't know what it is, but I just felt, I swear, man, I could feel, like, you ever seen forest fires?
Yeah, I've seen them on YouTube.
I felt a forest fire inside my body.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's because my girlfriend tells me when I sleep hot.
Yeah.
Like I'm a burning.
Yeah.
I'm a chunk.
Acid
of
reflux.
wood.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just burning from the inside.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I have that, and that's how the conclusion I have to.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I have a nuclear bomb inside of me.
Yeah.
And I should use it.
Yeah,
properly.
and then yeah, it's just about being aware of it, right? But oh yeah, I did the acid, and yeah, it was.
How was that, meditating under acid?
I kind of regretted it because I was like, man, all these things I'm feeling right now, I wonder if I'm feeling it because of and for sure it is because of the acid.
Yeah.
But I've experienced all those stuff on meditation retreat without the acid anyways, so it kind of like dampened the experience. It felt like less organic, But it was still an experience and fun nonetheless.
And then you did it 10 more times. So that's
yeah, exactly. And but yeah, going back to my shroom trip.
Yeah.
So we're in the forest in Verdun with my best friend. We're like walking through, just cracking jokes. Probably the one human being I'm most comfortable with, and vice versa. We're both like pretty good friends, and I'm looking at him like I'm looking at you. We're walking, cracking jokes and everything. All this crazy stuff is happening. There's like a body of water. I guess it was like a lake or whatever. And across the lake, you see like lights and in sort of like an industrial area. But the lights look like they're spotlights that's shining on us. Whoa. And they look like they're moving on us.
What?
Yeah, like
they're
moving.
Following you?
Yeah. And honestly, every time they were following me, I would look at my friend and be like, what do you see right now? And he would look at the lights and he's like, whoa, that's crazy. The spotlights are following us. And I'm like, yo, like we're in sync right now. This is crazy. And so we start.
I feel bad for Mazen.
No, this wasn't Mazen though.
Okay.
No, yeah, this was another one of my friends. But so we start walking, and then there's like a fork in the road.
Yeah.
So there are two different paths, and we didn't know which one to choose. And then on one path, the trees around it close, and on the other they open. And obviously, I like shat my pants, and I was like, "Did you just see what just happened?" And he looked like he saw a ghost too. He looks at me, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That those set of trees closed and that opened." And so if somebody else is validating what you're seeing, it feels real, you know. So you're like, "Holy, this is insane," And we're talking, we're walking, and then we're just like, "How much time do you think has passed?" And you're really high on shrooms when you lose perception of time. Like you can't tell if it's like 3 hours feels like it's been like hours, dude. You're like, we looked at the time, we're like, oh my god, it's only been an hour. We felt like we were stoned for like,
and you still
and we're so we're just like, this is crazy. We got so freaked out by the time that we were like, we looked at the time, we started a timer, we put it away, we counted to 60, and we looked at it again to make sure it was 60, because we were just like, we thought we were stuck in like a time loop or something. Anyway, so then all this shit's happening, but we're enjoying it. We're having fun, and then we're walking.
It's a good feeling to take drugs with your best friend. I should try
it. It is,
okay.
yeah. It's an amazing feeling because you feel safe, You're like, whatever happens, like, you feel very comfortable. So then at one point, I'm literally talking to him. We're walking and talking, and like a glitch in the Matrix or something, he just disappears. It's like gone. Like you're editing, if you got up and you edited the footage, like just gone. And I go, what? And I'm just like, I can curse on this, right? Okay, yeah. I was like, So I'm looking around and I'm just like trying to stay calm, but obviously like I'm very high on shrooms now, and I'm just like super scared, terrified, and I'm like I just slowly like start walking. Then I'm like calling his name, and then I start shouting his name. Then I start remembering. I'm like, yo, I'm on shrooms right now. People are gonna think I'm like cracked out or something, you know, like I shouldn't be yelling some guy's name just in the forest. So I took a deep breath. I'm like, I'll call him. So I pull out my phone. I call him. Not only does it go to his, if it's off, it'll go to his voicemail. Not only does it not go to his voicemail, it just goes like, this number doesn't exist.
What?
Yeah. So I go, what?
What?
Yeah. And then, I get like terrified and I'm thinking about it. And then I get like way into my own head. And then I came to the conclusion, because he's my best friend, because he's someone that I'm so comfortable and safe around, I thought I had created this person in my mind to deal with my own loneliness. Like he was my Tyler Durden from Fight Club, you know? So I literally thought it was like something I created in my brain.
Was it Brad Pitt?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's literally Brad Pitt. Yeah, and so I'm just like, when I came to that conclusion, I was like terrified. You know? Yeah. So I was just like, holy. I'm like, this makes sense now why there's no number. It also makes sense why every time I'm on shrooms, he's there with me, and we're always you're never gonna see the same thing as someone else on shrooms, you know. So I was like, all that started making sense, and I was like, oh, and then I started like running just like in a straight line. Then I see him. Yeah, thankfully at the edge of the water, basically sitting on a rock, like overlooking the view. And I was pissed. I was like, yo, you can't abandon me like that. He's wearing his hood. So like I stand and I rush up to him and I go, yo, you can't just leave me like that when I'm high on shrooms. And he turns around and it's not him. It's like some other person just sitting down. And then I would just go, oh, like my bad. And then this person, and till this day, I don't know if this actually happened and this guy was trying to with me essentially, or this was just in my head. The person was very real, like that was conclusive. But so his response to what I said was in a woman's voice. He just started singing "Life is an Illusion," like on a loop, and when that happened, I still don't know if that like actually happened, or not.
Yeah.
But when that happened, like my heart sank to the pit of my stomach, and I was like, okay, like I'm going crazy, you know. So I just turned around, started sprinting. Pulled out my phone. I was gonna dial my uncle and be like,
come pick me up.
No, I was on my way I was gonna go to my car and drive to
the mental hospital is right there.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, I was gonna
just jog there.
That was my intent. No joke. I was gonna go to the hospital, admit myself. I didn't know there was a mental hospital, but I was just gonna go to any hospital.
The Douglas is right there. Yeah. It's literally next to the water.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So it's true. It was right there, and I was just gonna go to any hospital and just be like, explain to them what happened and be like, I need help. You know, I'm going crazy. And just then, out of the bushes, my friend comes out, and he's like, where the go? And I was like, where the go? And according to him, the same thing happened. We were just talking, and I just like disappeared. Like we still don't know what happened.
Is
he
here with us right now?
Yeah. You don't see him. He's sitting right there. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Tyler.
Yeah. It's like a cartoon. Yeah, it's like Brad Pitt edited in it.
Look at his abs.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine if your imaginary friend has like an 8-pack.
Yeah. I mean, if I have an imaginary friend, he for sure has an 8-pack. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah, of course. He has the
Mine
ideal
would be
body.
Jewish. I don't know why. I'm like, hey, 100%.
World peace.
Would be a Jewish man.
Yeah. I don't know, my ideal best friend.
Here's the story with me getting high with my best friend. So when I was experimenting with drugs, I have two very close friends, Guillaume and Eugene.
Yeah.
And
these were both engineers?
No, Eugene, he has like a PhD in bio something.
Okay, but you guys met at school?
I met him through the friends I grew up with.
Oh, okay.
And he's the smartest man I ever met. And I was telling him, I want to experience with drugs and blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, sure, come on, let's do it together. He's very welcome. He's very loving. And so he took like a gram of shrooms or 2 grams, and I was very dumb.
Yeah.
So I was experimenting.
Surprise.
I was experimenting with hash back then because I was smoking weed and I was liking the effect.
Yeah.
And I heard about hash.
Hash is awesome. It feels like It's like coffee mixed with weed for some reason. I feel like it used to
Mixed
wake
with
me
hell,
up.
you mean?
Hell?
This is so he takes
But yeah,
shrooms,
yeah, and you were high on shrooms.
and he for some reason can't speak English anymore.
Okay.
He's speaking only in Ukrainian Russian.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I did, I'm like, I'm not gonna take the same drug as him. I'm gonna take some hash. So I bought hash from a guy who, back then weed was illegal.
Yeah.
He gave me like a ball.
Yeah.
As you know, people know, you buy hash, it's like a ball. It's like a 3-gram ball.
Yeah.
So I Google, again, with the research, like if you want to eat hash, that you should do this.
Yeah.
You should put the hash in a spoon with some like,
Honey or something.
no, with some oil.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Because under heat,
Yeah.
the THC gets diluted in the
something like
fat,
that.
and
Yeah.
you can absorb it better.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna take this ball of hash,
Yeah.
this 2-3 gram of ball of hash,
Yeah.
put it in a spoon. I had a lighter, and I
Like it's heroin.
and I remember going out of my body, going like, this looks weird.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm heating up hash in a little spoon of oil.
Yeah, you have a syringe.
No.
Are you sure it was hash?
Yeah, it was hash because I put it in the yogurt, like a little cup of Yoplait.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I mix it up because
Yeah.
it's really hot, right? So
Yeah, and also the yogurt has fat too. like,
exactly. And then I ate it.
Yeah.
And I ate 3 grams of hash.
Yeah, damn.
Buddy?
But you took shrooms too?
No, I didn't take
Oh,
shroom. I
okay.
just took 3 grams of hash.
Okay, yeah.
I was high, first of all, for like 36 hours.
Wow.
And Eugene, bless his heart, he stayed with me
Yeah.
because he's like, you're going
That's
insane.
did you fall asleep in between?
You know when you get high and there's a voice in your head that says, don't worry, you're high?
Yeah, yeah.
That voice was gone. That
Damn.
voice was, Salaam alaikum,
Yeah.
back to bags. Like,
Yeah.
you're on your own, buddy.
Yeah.
I only knew the way I was experimenting life
Yeah.
was like, imagine a Rolodex. Have you ever seen a Rolodex?
Yeah, yeah.
So a Rolodex, there's like a few, there's a papers, and you pull a paper and there's a
Yeah.
phone number. Every paper was a universe. So I would
Yeah.
like I'd jump in this universe, and I would just.
But so physically, where
I
are you?
only knew I'm on my sofa.
Okay.
I only knew like, this is the universe where I should be. When I saw my hand, and I remember to this day, I'm on the floor, I see my hand and I see vomit. I'm like, this is the real universe.
Yeah.
Because I'm vomiting on the floor
Yeah.
on my hand.
My God.
I was gone.
So you were like hallucinating.
Oh, it was.
That's crazy, bro. That's terrifying.
And the thing is, I don't think my friend, I don't think my Eugene knew how much I took.
Yeah.
He's like, he's just having
Yeah.
a bad trip. You don't understand. I took like 3 grams of hash.
That's crazy,
And it's funny
bro.
because I was there with my childhood friend, and I remember my childhood friend did not he was like, yeah. I'm like, we can't, and we stopped being friends. It was
What do you
one
mean?
of it was Eugene,
Yeah, yeah. And your
and
other
it was
friend?
a friend I've had since I was 11.
Yeah, and you guys had a
or
falling
12.
out then?
And things were getting tense, and after this trip,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think you love me.
Yeah.
I don't think we're supposed to be friends.
Damn.
And slowly we just, I sent in an email. It's like, hey, we can't be friends anymore.
Yeah.
So it was, dude. I
That's
just remember.
intense.
I remember I was in Microsoft Word,
Yeah.
and
You were the paper clip.
the paper clip was
Yeah,
there, and
yeah.
it was talking to me, and I was being centered format, like in the middle, and then left.
The
and then
paper
right.
clip had like abs. It had an 8-pack.
No, that's just you.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Me, my
yeah.
my imaginary
Has
friend
like a kippah.
is a Jewish wise man
Yeah,
who guides me
exactly.
through life.
Yeah, exactly. He's like an accountant.
So that was I would say my scariest trip, and I've ever since I'm not. I never liked eating weed.
Yeah,
I had once a THC bonbon,
yeah.
and I
I
went
can't
to
eat
sleep.
weed, bro.
And I remember I woke up at 3 a.m.
You get
so
too high,
stressed,
bro.
So stressed. I'm like, I need to write jokes, and I just started writing jokes. My brain told me at 4 a.m. to wake up
That's
and
crazy.
write jokes because I was having so much anxiety. Like, what am I doing?
That's good,
Wasting
though.
my life.
That's good that when you're high, you're like, I would never think that if I was high.
But that was the beginning, because when I started comedy, I started late.
Right.
Right? Everybody around me was like 21, 22.
Yeah,
And I was like 30 something.
yeah.
Starting comedy at 30. I
But
had a
so-
life. I had a career. Everybody was like a
Sorry.
degenerate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, everything has to happen now.
Yeah.
I gotta, come on, just now. Everything
Yeah,
has to
yeah.
be now. I'm late.
That's
The
crazy.
stress of being late. All right, I gotta be enlightened now.
Yeah.
I gotta take drugs. I gotta read books, Ram Dass, meditating.
It's overwhelming.
It's just I gotta do everything now.
Yeah.
I gotta kill the old Amer so that the new Amer now.
Yeah, kind of like how we started the podcast almost, when I was talking about how like I have to be present, you know.
You have to be present. Like I gotta catch up.
Yeah,
I'm so
exactly.
late.
I mean, it's a similar feeling. It's like chasing this thing that is unnecessary to chase. But I gotta just ask.
Yeah.
We don't have to go there if you don't want
course.
to. That to me the most.
I don't say it with a hard R. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. You're falling out with your friend.
Yeah.
To me, like the meditation, the shrooms. To me, there's nothing more interesting. Isn't it? I wouldn't even know how to ask a question like this, but it's like such a adult experience. I feel like, you know, like they say, oh, if you go through this, you're a man. You go through that. I feel like I'm starting to learn. I'm 32, you know, so you're like 9 years older than me.
No, I'm 42, bro. I'm 10 years older.
Oh, 10 years
Soon to be
older.
10
Yeah.
years,
Like I'm starting to realize like it's nothing personal, but like how everyone's like on their own journey type of thing. And now like we're so invested and embedded in comedy that like all I see is other comedians. I feel like all I hang out with is comedians, and very occasionally I'll hang out with friends outside of comedy. And these days, right now, like I don't know what the date is today, but right now there's really only one friend I hang out with outside of comedy, and others I'll see them like once, twice a year, you know what I mean, on birthdays and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird, like when I was younger, my friends were my family, you know, and it was like
they were your source of happiness, source
of
life, your confidence.
I was closer with my friends than I was with any partner, any family member, like way closer than my parents. And I live with my parents, way closer. Like if I'm going through something, the first people I'm calling is my friends, you know. Yeah. And then it's just like this, and it's not like something maybe like, okay, in your case maybe that one, but I feel like even then it was probably a realization.
It's a realization, and I just want to point out, it was the right thing because he changed the course of his life. Yeah. We were childhood friends, we were best friends, and then when I decided to like, hey, we can't be friends together afterwards, his life changed. He went back to school. He's a doctor now.
Damn.
He went back to school at the age of like 30 something.
Yeah.
And now he's a doctor. So it's as if our friendship had to die.
It was like a catalyst for change.
For the manure to produce me following my dream and become a comedian, and him following his dream and becoming a doctor.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's such a weird, like while it's happening, you're like I don't know, for me it's something I'm still learning to accept, you know. Like I have some friends who I haven't seen in like years. Like I have this one friend during JFL texted me, and not even to hang out, he just texted me to be like, hey, I'm going to watch some shows with some friends. What shows do you recommend? And it wasn't even I didn't take it personally of him why aren't you inviting me, etc. Because some of the shows I don't even want to go see, and we don't have to get into it. But like
I think what he was trying to do is reconnect with you using your language.
Yeah, maybe. And we did reconnect briefly, but it was just like a funny thing of like, damn, bro, like I haven't seen this guy in like years. It was weird though, because you say that, but then I responded and I gave him a list of shows he should go watch, and be like, hope you're well. Like, let me know if you want to hang out sometime. And he just liked it. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. And yeah, but it's not even I'm harping on that specific experience. It's just like I have another friend who till this day I still consider him like one of my best friends, and if he called me up or texted me, I would text him back and we would hang out immediately, because that does happen once or twice a year. He'll just hit me up out of the blue and be like, let's go watch a movie, or let's go hang out, or come over to he's like a big meditation guy. He's like, come over to meditate at my place, and we'll reconnect for a couple hours, and then I won't see him. But you know what another thing is, because we're getting older, the concept of time has changed, where like a year goes by so much faster.
Friendship in your 30s becomes intentional.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to get caught up with your career, with your life,
That's it,
with
but
the
I feel like I don't
family.
even have time to hang out.
You have to... Hanging out with friends becomes like having sex with your wife.
Yeah.
In the sense that when you have a wife and children, you have to like, sweetie, we have to schedule.
Yeah.
We have to schedule. We're having sex tonight. Like we
Yeah.
have to. Listen, we don't care. It's important for the relationship that
Yeah.
we have sex. Friendship is the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I have.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I have the best friends in the world.
Yeah.
I have Guillaume.
Yeah.
Guillaume lives here in Montreal,
Yeah.
and we have every 2 weeks we take one evening to hang out.
Wow, that's amazing.
He's
What do you guys do?
we just my friendships are very based on talking.
Yeah, yeah. And you guys just like
We
go to a
just
coffee
sit.
shop or
no,
something?
No, we'll go eat
Yeah.
because food is delicious.
Yeah.
We eat like pigs.
Yeah.
We eat like two emperors.
Yeah.
Just bring all the food in the world,
Yeah.
and then we just talk.
Yeah.
And he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
I'm truly blessed. My friends are the smartest people
That's
I have
amazing.
in my life.
Yeah.
So we just sit, we talk. If there's anything on my mind, he helps. He brings a point of view that is different than mine.
Yeah.
And if there's something on his mind, he brings it up. Talk about life. There's no censorship.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's my age. He's
okay.
42.
Right.
So there's no censorship.
Yeah.
We've
Of
been
course.
friends. We did our bachelor together, our masters together.
Yeah.
No, we didn't do our masters together, but we did our bachelor together. We did our CJEP together. So, and he like I stayed at his house for a month. The depth of this friendship.
Yeah.
I always say he's my soulmate. I have
Yeah.
two soulmates,
Yeah.
and my girlfriend is she's not even there yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's one of the friends, and we make it every 2 weeks. We have to sit
Yeah.
down.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
My second best friend is Eugene. He's the
Yeah.
one who spoke Ukrainian.
Yeah.
We used to be like this. I helped him a lot he had difficult times in his life,
Yeah.
and I believe I helped him, and he helped me so much
Yeah.
in my difficult times. He's Jewish, so
Yeah.
he's Jewish.
Yeah.
And right now with the tension,
Damn, yeah.
the levels.
It's hard to like talk.
He's it's not hard. I find that everybody as you grow up becomes more conservative.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
he is, of course, becoming more conservative
Yeah.
with age.
Yeah.
That's what happens when people get older.
Yeah.
I'm not, because I'm an artist. I don't allow
Yeah.
myself
Exactly.
to become too
Yeah.
conservative.
Yeah.
And also, I don't have the responsibilities he
Yeah.
has. He has a daughter. He has
Yeah.
a family. He lives in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
He moved to New York.
Damn.
So I feel that like some of my jokes,
Yeah.
he'll be like, Amer, come on, really?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Like, really, you're gonna do?
Yeah.
The joke, the area codes. I got hoes in different area codes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where what's his name, the rapper Ludacris?
Yeah.
He's like, every day is a holy day. Eat
Ye-
some hors d'oeuvres. And I sent him a joke like, do you think if it was written now, he's like, oh my God, this is a holocaust.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and he's like, Amer, this is what you do. This is how like
Yeah.
he got offended.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: my love for him is not affected, even though
Right.
we don't agree about the situation in the
Right.
Middle East, even though we see things differently.
Yeah.
My love for him is like eternal, and
Yeah.
it has not diminished. And I'm happy to, like, you have to accept the fact that people change,
Yeah.
and if your love is true, because he's one of the best humans I ever met, so I
Yeah.
can't let difference of opinions on certain things affect our friendship.
Yeah. That's
So,
amazing. Yeah.
You have to evolve. You have
Yeah.
to accept.
I you know what's crazy is I'm such a, because I grew up in such a religious environment,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a, I've kind of, as I've gotten older, like untangled myself from this, but in my 20s, especially my early 20s, I think as a reaction to my childhood, I was like a staunch atheist.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of still am.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's funny because we talk about meditation and all these like whatever, like psychedelic experiences and stuff, but to me it's very much just like like just chemicals in your
Yeah.
brain firing off and everything, making you see things a certain way. So I have such like a straight edge perspective on stuff like that, but I do think about like the concept of like, because I do have a soft spot in my heart for Buddhism because of
Mhm.
all this meditation stuff. Like the idea of soulmates, it's like as I get older, I'm like, damn, it's like it almost feels like a real thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
These friends, Guillaume and Eugene, I love them so much, and we spent hours just talking
Yeah.
that I literally have them downloaded in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
like,
I know
I
exactly
can
what
speak
you
to
mean.
Eugene
Yeah.
because he's not with me. Like he's
Yeah.
in New York.
Yeah.
I can speak to him in
Yeah.
my mind. His like, like AI can
Yeah.
emulate someone.
Yeah.
I can emulate him, and he's gonna be my friend when I'm gonna be 90 years old,
Yeah,
and
it's
he's
still
dead
gonna
or
be like
whatever,
that, yeah.
I can still talk to him
Yeah.
in my mind.
Yeah, my friend that I was talking about that I did all the shrooms with and stuff, except for that one time with Mazen, like, even though Mazen is also one of my best friends, but my other friend Brian, who lives in Verdun, same thing, man. It's like the same exact thing like you're talking about your friends. It's like, and we're such close friends that every fucking year we blow up and get into a crazy argument. And
I never had that.
Really? Okay, we
Yeah.
get into such a but we're like in a real, we're almost like a boyfriend. It's really weird. It's like we get on each other's nerves, like now because we're older, I'd say it's half the year, but when we were younger, it'd be every day. That we would talk several times a day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So in the morning I wake up.
Hours.
Yeah, yeah,
Hours
on the phone.
I
Just
don't know
like
if young people get it.
yeah.
I could talk for 3-4 hours
Yeah.
with my best friend when I
Yeah,
was young.
you put in your even now though. I put in my headphones, and now we're a little busy, but it's still like, so then I think probably we had the biggest fight. It happens not once a year, but once every 2 years. We'll be hanging out or talking to each other every day. And then a little bit too much, we get on each other's nerves. It blows up a little. Then we don't talk for a month, 2 months, and then one of us will call the other. And it's not even like a sorry thing. It's just like one person cracks a joke, and it's just like back in it, And then
Is there anything more beautiful ever created in this universe that we live in than friendship?
yeah, no, it's crazy.
Because sex is biological.
Yeah, and then when it's done, it's done. You know what I mean?
Sex is biological.
Yeah.
My attraction to my girlfriend is in my body.
Yeah.
I can't control it.
But I feel like the friendship thing is in your body too.
Really?
I think
don't know.
so.
I think it's
gotta be.
friendship between, I'm going to say everybody, like between, because I don't want the feminists to scream at me. But
men.
when two men become best friends,
Yeah.
it is the most beautiful thing, I believe, we have created in this universe.
Yeah,
we
it
have
is pretty
planes
intense.
flying, we have
Yeah.
electricity, we have a Zoom recorder, we have a microphone.
Yeah.
This is getting heard by thousands of people.
Yeah.
There's nothing more beautiful
Yeah.
or more magical than a friendship between two humans.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing.
It's
It is
crazy.
literally why I have this podcast.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like my friend, I'm thinking of my friend Brian now.
Shout out to Brian, man.
Shout out to Brian.
Brian
yeah.
from Verdun. If
Yeah.
you're listening, holla
Yeah.
at your boy.
Yeah, straight up.
Give him a kiss, bro.
Yeah,
He misses you.
right here. There's several times we'll be hanging out in a group, and maybe even strangers and stuff like that, or people I don't know well or he doesn't know well, and because you're saying this, I'm vividly thinking about moments in my life where I'll say something that no one would understand. That's
Yeah.
only to make my friend laugh,
Yeah.
And
Oh,
and people will
that's-
look at him and me funny because I'll say something and he'll give me a look and just like fall out of his chair laughing, and it's just like I'm just like, yes, that's what I was looking for,
Is he funny? Because Eugene and Guillaume
Yeah,
are two of the... I hang out with comedians
Yeah.
for a living. This is
Yeah.
what we do. They are two of the funniest human beings I ever hung out
he's
with.
funny in the sense of like we have the exact same type of humor.
Maybe that's
So
it.
it's like what
He knows
he's
what's-
Yeah, he knows exactly what I'm thinking, and I know exactly what he's thinking. So that's why I can say something, and he's visualizing
Oh.
the same thing as me.
And here's the thing: Guillaume is an engineer. He's a professional. He's respected in his company. He's like a big shot. No one would think that he has one of the best senses of humor. It's very dry,
Yeah.
very unique. The laughter we have.
Yeah, it's the laughter.
Oh my!
You're like
God,
tearing
just
up,
the
and you're like,
laughter.
nothing. You can never watch. It'll even be, let's say you're watching a movie together. It's like you laugh harder when you're with that person,
Oh.
and when you were if you
Because I
weren't.
think you're more free.
Yeah, and you're also like, oh, this is one of those things again where we're seeing the exact same thing or whatever.
The things will happen because you see, let's say Brian will get married, have
Yeah,
kids, and maybe
yeah.
you'll see him less. And sometimes life will just give you like, okay, this weekend you can.
Yeah.
I went to see Eugene. I went to New York. And I
Yeah.
spent like 3 days with him.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you have to understand to be able to do this. From my side, I don't have shows. I have the money. I have the card. I have the passport to get to New York. That's on my side. On his side, he has a wife and child, and he has a job. Like it's not easy for him to like, okay, come on over.
Yeah.
So for the universe to have
Conspire,
both things aligned perfectly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm coming to New York.
Yeah.
I went to New York. Dude, the fun we had
Yeah.
for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Just getting drunk
Yeah.
and talking
Yeah.
about everything.
Yeah.
About everything. And then one day I hung out with his family, with his daughter. It was the first time I hung out with her daughter, with his
Yeah.
daughter. She's my new best friend now.
Yeah.
I have only one new best friend.
Yeah.
And it's the daughter of Eugene. I
Yeah,
call her
that's
my new.
amazing.
She's my only female best friend.
Yeah.
She's an angel.
Yeah.
She made me seeing my best friend interact with his daughter.
Yeah.
Made me want to be a father.
Damn.
Like
That's
he's such
crazy.
a amazing father.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you know what? Like
That's
this,
beautiful.
And he's very smart, very good with words.
Yeah.
And he's so poetic the way he expresses the love that he has for his daughter. I'm like, I gotta.
That's
I
amazing.
gotta find. It's just, I'm just hanging out and there's something about getting drunk with your best friend and talking.
Yeah.
You like to go on walks with friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I have friends. I know friends. They're like, oh, he's my baseball buddy, or he's my
Yeah.
football buddy, or he's my
Yeah.
painting buddy, or he's like rock climbing buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk.
Yeah.
Just sit
no,
down
100%, of course.
With Eugene, I can spend. I think when he came last time to Montreal, we spent an evening like 4 hours talking,
Yeah.
and then we're like, we gotta do this again. And then the next day we hung out again.
Yeah,
and
it's
spent
crazy.
like we didn't run out of things to talk
Yeah,
about.
Yeah.
That's for me is like I am blessed to have that human in my life.
Yeah. Of course.
Blessed.
Of course. That's like the biggest blessing, bro.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's nothing better.
yeah, there is literally nothing better because, yeah.
With Guillaume, I traveled with him.
Yeah.
I don't remember us arguing. That's how beautiful this. Like we went to where. It sounds like a brag. Went to like London, Spain, Morocco.
This was recently
Egypt,
or just
Lebanon.
over
At
the
end of
course
my
of
bachelor.
time?
No,
Oh, okay,
At the end of our bachelor,
you guys went
we took
backpacking?
we took like 3
amazing.
months, and we went to Lebanon, and there was a war in Lebanon,
Damn.
and I left him in Egypt
This
to go
was
save a relationship.
Like during
It
the
was
Civil
insane.
War, is that what it was?
No, 2006.
Oh,
when,
okay.
It was number 2. It's
yeah.
like
yeah, right.
let's
right.
bring back the war.
Yeah.
It was so fun. It's like you build memories. He's such a smart man. I love my friends. If they're listening, I don't think they are.
Yeah.
But if they are, I love you
should
guys.
bring. Have they been on the podcast?
Eugene has been on the podcast once. It was
Yeah.
like we had Joe Rogan has Protect Our Parks.
Yeah.
So I had one called Destroy Our Parks.
Yeah.
Where it was Gabe, myself,
Yeah.
Will Del Vecchio,
Yeah.
and Joel Slavic.
Yeah.
And we got faced
Yeah.
in the park
Yeah.
on mushrooms.
Wow.
Dude, we had tequila, beer, shrooms,
Yeah.
and cigars.
Yeah.
So we were hopped up off the nicotine,
Yeah.
drunk off the tequila and the beer,
Yeah.
the sun in our heads,
Yeah.
smoking cigars. And then Eugene came and he was like on the podcast for like the last maybe 20 minutes. But he told me like,
You
guys,
should do a one-on-one with him.
I don't know. Here's the thing. They have a regular life.
Yeah, he's
And I
private
say
person.
way too many bad words.
Yeah, right.
For them to be associated.
Yeah, fair
Guillaume,
enough.
Guillaume doesn't even have Instagram, just to give
Yeah,
you an idea. He's
yeah.
very...
Like a private person.
He's a private person. I don't think there's a single photo of him on if you
yeah,
Google him.
fair enough.
Very rare. So they lead different lives, but
Yeah.
I like that. I like...
Of course, yeah.
There's some people you meet in your life, you're like, you're going to be in my life forever.
Yeah.
And these two, I remember the first time I met them.
Yeah.
I remember Guillaume. It was I remember exactly where. It was in Cégep. It was in the stairs of like the building. I remember he was like a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
I remember I was looking at him and going, "You're gonna be my best friend forever."
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
Eugene was sitting on my sofa and he was talking. I'm like, "You're gonna be my best friend forever."
That's crazy.
It's a bit gay.
Yeah, very gay.
To go like, "You're gonna be my best friend."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's a little. But also another thing, a lot of gay jokes.
Yeah. I mean,
So
yeah.
many.
Well, just so many jokes, period.
About like sucking each other.
Yeah.
They don't. Now that I think about it, they don't partake in them as much as I do,
Yeah.
especially Guillaume.
Yeah.
But I do. Or mom jokes.
Yeah.
Like you'll be having a serious talk, like, "Hey man,
Yeah.
yesterday."
Yeah. Of course. Any type of joke, like the most ever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like that's the thing. Like my friend Brian, like I gotta watch what I'm saying, but like there are things he knows about me
Yeah.
and I know about him
Yeah.
that no one on this planet will ever know. You know, and vice
Wow.
versa. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the trust we have in each other to be like, oh, I gotta talk about this one thing that I can't even talk to like a therapist about. You know what I mean? And yeah, it reminds me probably
Friendship, man. Friendship.
I know it's beautiful, but the soulmate conversation. I just couple years ago I watched this movie, and I think it might be the best movie I've ever seen. It's this movie called Past Lives.
I thought you were gonna say like Transformers.
Oh yeah.
Like some shit.
Yeah. No.
Past Lives.
Yes, it's like an American Korean film.
Okay.
It's such a beautiful movie, but it's yeah, exactly.
How are you, my shorty?
You're quoting the movie basically. Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, exactly. Damn. Yeah. It's not even the right. You started doing like an Indian beat. Ding a ding a ding.
Listen, there's beauty to being not just racist, but like wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like, oh, you're Indian. Hoyo, hoyo, hoyo.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're like, what? That's not even the right.
I know.
Like, to be stupid and for me, it's epitome of comedy. When
Yeah, it is.
You can combine them both.
Yeah, I love the ringa ringa thing because like, because honestly.
Is that your last name?
No, yeah, exactly. No, we know what it actually is. I hear that. I call it samosa music. And the reason why is because if you hear that music playing, it's for white people. It's to attract the because they're playing it because they know that's what white people think Indians like.
And they sell you some.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like for like $2 or whatever, you know,
Oh my
crazy
God,
price.
that's so funny.
But yeah, whatever. This movie.
Past Lives.
Yeah, it's like it just essentially deals with the idea of soulmates. It's like a simple movie, but it's so beautiful. It's like this two best friends. This girl grew up in Korea. She kind of like has a crush on this boy who's also his best friend. Then she I guess when she's a teenager or a little older, her family moved first to Canada. Then she moves to New York. I think it's literally based on the filmmaker's life.
Yeah.
And she moves to New York to become a playwright. But as she's going through college, she reconnects with her best friend. And they briefly reconnect and start talking to each other via Zoom and sort of like started falling in love with each other again. But then just like we were talking about, like people go on their different ways. And it's not like a immediate moment that anything happens. It's just like people drift apart. They drift apart again. And without giving too much away, even though like it's not even giving much away because you have to like experience the film. She moves on, she gets married, she has a husband, a Jewish husband, and yeah, exactly. And then he visits New York where she's living. He hasn't seen her physically since they were little kids, and he just happens to hit her up and he's like, "Hey, I'm in the city, I don't know if you want to just like hang out." And they just hang out as friends, pretty platonic, and the husband's there too. But you could also underneath see there's still like some feelings for each other. It's such a good movie. No, because it does such an empathetic job. This is such a I don't like talking about it because it's such a cliched plot line, but I've never seen a movie pull it off where you feel empathy for every character because her actual soulmate in the movie, you're gonna think they're soulmates, but it's actually her and her husband who are soulmates. But they're also distant soulmates. And it's like you can have multiple soulmates, and it could be like your friend is your soulmate, you know? And it deals with that. And it's also so tragic.
I don't feel the need to put the penis in people I love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my girlfriend,
but
I found her attractive.
Yeah.
Before I'm like, I want to build my life with you.
Yeah.
I found her attractive.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to put my penis in whatever hole she lets me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, what a beautiful soul. I want to be with her.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, for me, like partnership with a boyfriend, girlfriend becomes a wife.
It's different, yeah.
It's different. It's 50% attraction.
Yeah.
50% minimum.
We can talk about something that we might have to cut out.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I want to ask you something. I feel almost embarrassed asking this. We're just getting into it. Oh, okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to know. No, so the girl I'm dating now is the first person I've ever called my girlfriend.
Aww.
But what I've noticed is that like the sex is like completely different. You know what I mean? It's more like, it's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's so like vanilla.
Oh, tell me more.
And you just want to keep it vanilla.
Yeah.
Because like.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's a perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke. That guy's the security
Yeah.
guard of the building just
Yeah,
walked in on me
exactly.
simulating jacking off.
Having fun.
You're being-
Yeah, exactly.
I
Exactly.
just need a mic down my throat.
Yeah.
See now, you give me the idea. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Perfect. Okay, we got to run in 5 minutes.
Yeah, what time is it? Do you have the time?
No, I don't even.
Okay, listen. Let's finish this girlfriend story, and then we'll go.
Okay, I don't think this is a good way to end
No,
on.
please, this is beautiful. So
Is
the
it-
sex is vanilla.
Yeah, but so like before I met this girl, I was having a string of like sort of like open relationships
Yeah.
or just like a mild hoe phase, and like the sex was like amazing.
Yeah.
But like it was like
Empty.
what?
It was empty.
Yeah, exactly. It was just
Yeah.
like it was just like, but it was weird because the girls I could tell were kind of like fishing for like maybe a relationship
Mhm.
type of thing.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like this thing where like,
You're in a whole phase. It's
well,
okay.
it was also this weird thing of like as soon as the sex was done, I was like, okay, like
Bye.
I was never and I know it's such a guy, but I've never been like that. But it was like one after the other, after the other, after the other, where I was just like. And then I got scared, and I was like, "Oh, maybe this is not scared, but I was like, oh, this is I'm an adult now. Like I'm never gonna like someone in that
Yeah.
way again." Until I met my girlfriend, and I don't even have the. I really don't have the desire to do the things I did with these other girls with her,
Yeah.
you
yeah,
know?
that's
because I feel like this is gonna sound. I feel like it's degrading to do that to my girlfriend.
What? You want me to come in the mouth that kisses my children?
Yeah,
This is a
exactly.
trope.
I mean, cum in the mouth is one thing. I'm
listen,
talking about crazy
You have
things.
to. You have to.
I don't even know why I brought
Yeah.
that up. It was just a
Uh,
weird thing to bring.
It's normal.
Yeah,
You love her very much.
yeah,
When you're making love to her, your souls are intertwining.
yeah, exactly.
If you're happy,
Yeah.
then keep. Eventually, the kinkiness
It,
will
no, it
resurface,
still
and you'll
comes
piss
and
in
goes.
her mouth or whatever you
yeah,
want to do.
Yeah,
She'll be also. There's the things that she like.
yeah, exactly.
well.
Yeah,
She wants to experience these new things. You can. It's always
yeah.
fun. It depends
am
again who's the
nudging her
leader in
that
the
way.
relationship. Are you
Yeah.
the leader? Is she the leader? It depends who is who's the
Dumb.
master of a
Yeah,
relationship.
Yeah, yeah,
As long as she's satisfied,
yeah,
it's okay. If you feel like, oh, I would like to try more things, bring it up.
yeah.
Hey, have you ever?
But I feel like I don't. That's why I'm
have you ever
bringing
had
it
a
up.
plastic bag down your throat?
Yeah.
in
I
the
feel like
ass?
I don't want to bring like I feel
Then
no
it's okay.
desire to.
You're maturing.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, you're
okay.
maturing. Yeah.
Because it's just like if it's like another girl, I'm just like, oh, I know exactly what I want, and I gotta figure out if they like the same thing. And when they do, I'm just like, yes, okay. But with my girlfriend, I'm like, I find it. I've tried going there and she's not down for it, and I find it attractive that she's not down for it. It's like this
Okay.
weird thing where I'm like, oh, this woman has self-respect. She has a
Self-respect
dad that loves her.
in the bedroom is overrated. That's my
Yeah, you
opinion,
think so?
on both sides.
yeah.
Okay, like if a girl tells me I liked it when a guy sucks my toes, bitch, I'm deep throating your toes.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
have no self-respect in terms of, and I'm expecting my woman to feel the same.
Yeah,
it's
fair enough.
overrated
That's a
in the
mature way of
bedroom.
looking at it. Yeah.
I always say, and it's not a nice way of saying it, but I'm like, when we're dressed, you're my equal, you're my partner,
Yeah, of
you're
course,
the woman
of
I
course.
protect, you're the woman that I value. I want you to succeed in
Yeah.
life. I want you to be.
and I
flirt.
ultimately.
But when you're naked, I own you.
Yeah.
That's how I.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, you might have to cut this out now.
Only when you're naked. And most girls, I've seen all girls
yeah.
with who I dated, they share.
This is getting
that-
crazy.
it's getting
Go ahead. Go
crazy.
ahead.
But yeah, but I feel the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel, but listen, as long as are you satisfied sexually?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
You're evolving, so of course you're
I'm
scared and you want to
more
hang up to the past.
and it's still a very new relationship,
Mhm.
but it's like this thing where I don't even really. I'm okay as long as she's satisfied sexually because I just like hanging out with.
Yeah,
it's like the
beautiful.
opposite of every other girl
Yeah.
I've been with.
It's your first girlfriend. It's your
Right.
first love,
Right.
probably.
Yeah,
And
that's what.
hopefully, if you're lucky, it's gonna be your last.
Yeah,
If not,
we'll see what
you'll
happens.
learn about yourself. You'll
Yeah.
go meditate for 6 months, and
Yeah,
you'll come back a changed man.
fair enough.
All right, guys. On this lovely note,
We did it.
we found out that Nazeer likes to piss in girls' mouths. So if you're into this, please slide in his DMs with a mouthful of piss.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship, but I will can it and send it to you and sell it to you.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this wonderful podcast. Nazeer, you've been a great guest, my friend.
Man, thank you so much for having me.
This was so fun. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, this was amazing.
Oh, I'm happy. That was really nice. Guys, thank you. Tell your friends to listen to this podcast. And yeah, that's it. I'll add all the details how to find Nazeer and go see him live. He's very funny. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Gabe. I love you.